Do you know someone that uses athletic greens on a daily basis? And if so, what has their opinion been about this particular formulation? In today's video, what I'm going to do is actually critique and debunk athletic greens so that you can live a better life without wasting money on useless supplements. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Lucas, the founder of Boost Your Biology. And today's video is all around AG1 athletic greens. Now, before I get into the video, I really want to emphasize that I'm not discrediting anything that Dr. Andrew Huberman, Tim Ferriss, Joe Rogan, these are people within the same sort of niche and health space that I operate in. And I definitely do not want to discredit their knowledge, education, and I have a lot of respect for these men who actually support athletic greens. So obviously, this comes down to a promotional method, a marketing, tactic from athletic greens. And they know that that audience would be very much aligned to their particular product. And I'm sure they've generated a lot of sales from these particular health influencers and educators and scientists. So what actually even is athletic greens? Well, athletic greens is considered to be an all-in-one health drink with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients to help support your body's nutritional needs across multiple critical areas of health, including energy, immunity, recovery, gut health, digestion, hormonal and neural support, and healthy aging. So straight off the bat there, you can see that this product is trying to do it all. For a product to try and do it all in one, it's quite complicated because in order to meet all of these specific areas, there's a pretty big dosage that's required for many of the ingredients, which I don't see in adequate amounts in this particular formulation, which I'll get to in a second. So I want to share with you the actual formulation before we get into my main issues with athletic greens. What I actually want to share with you is actually a critical issue that I have with many different supplements on the market. And I'm sure you also have the same, issue, or you get frustrated when you see the same thing. It's called a proprietary blend. A proprietary blend is when the manufacturer or the creator of the product does not list the exact dosages for different ingredients in the formulation. This basically means they're not being transparent. They can trick the consumer and they can underdose specific ingredients and just put the name on the label to make it look like they're actually using that ingredient in high amounts. So a proprietary blend basically hides the amounts of ingredients, allowing the company to prevent competitors from copying their product and potentially underdose expensive ingredients without the consumers knowing. So obviously I can understand, as a formulator myself and a supplement guru, I can understand why companies do prefer proprietary blends, because I don't want people to copy competitors to just replicate and copy their product. But unfortunately, it leaves the consumer guessing and scratching their head whether or not it actually has a clinically effective dosage. Now, athletic greens does follow the FDA guidelines for ingredient labeling, but the concern is that the main ingredient, spirulina, may not provide significant benefits in the recommended dosage, while other ingredients like lecithin, apple powder, and pea protein have minimal benefits. So let's have a look at the formulation from top to bottom, A to Z. Let's have a look at it. So look at the breakdown: protein, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, pretty large dosages. First of all, the vitamin A as beta-carotene, that is the worst form of vitamin A to be using. There's better forms like retinol palmitate that could have been used. This vitamin C as ascorbic acid. Again, there are newer forms of vitamin C that are more effective than ascorbic acid. The vitamin E, again, it could have used a mixed tocotrienols, which is a different, an even superior form of vitamin E. Thiamine, at least they're using hydrochloride. Again, the dose there could have been a lot higher though. They're looking at only 3 milligrams. Most people respond really well to thiamine in the 10 to 50 milligram range, particularly if they're advertising the product for energy. If you take vitamin B1 at like 100 milligrams, or let's say 500 milligrams just by itself, you will definitely feel more energetic and you'll have better mental clarity. It feels great. Like, I have megadose vitamin B1 many, many times in my life, and every single time I do it, I feel awesome. B2 at 2 milligrams, okay, niacin as nicotinic acid and nicotinamide, that's fine. At least they use a very low dose of vitamin B6. That's a good thing, because we know high doses of vitamin B6 can cause polyneuropathy and nerve damage that can be irreversible. They're using the folate as 5-methylfolate. Again, that is the active form. You would have heard about that through Gary Brecker's podcasting. At least they're using the active form, but there are individuals who just cannot tolerate the active form. There is a lot of information that I present here on my YouTube channel. However, if you want to know exactly what protocols are best for your unique biology, then I suggest booking in a free Boost Your Biology strategy session with a senior member of my team, as we'll start to map out and strategize the best action plan for your unique biology. You'll see that linked down below in the video description. So what if this is my issue with these all-in-one products? How do you know that you will respond well to every single ingredient in the product? If a product has 75 different ingredients, what if you don't respond well to like 3 or 4 of the ingredients in the formulation? How are you ever going to know that whether or not you have a good response or a bad response to the overall product? You might be someone that if you take folate as 5-methylfolate, no matter what dosage, you feel overmethylation symptoms, you might feel more anxious. For me, if I take methylfolate, I feel worse. I feel like my mood is actually a lot worse. So I can't actually use methylfolate. B12 as well. Like what if the methylcobalamin form is not the best form for your body? What if you need the adenosylcobalamin or the hydroxycobalamin? Biotin, you can see vitamin B7, 330 micrograms. That's a good dosage. Pantothenic acid, that's a fine dosage. Calcium, don't really need the calcium in my opinion. Phosphorus, magnesium, that could have been a much higher dosage. They're only using 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. And then the zinc citrate, they got 15 milligrams of zinc citrate. That's a moderate dosage. Let's hope that the consumer is not also taking zinc before bed or using a ZMA product where they're doubling up on zinc and it could lead to like too much zinc. Selenium, copper, manganese, chromium, sodium, potassium. Now, this is where it gets complex, no pun intended, in the alkaline nutrient-dense raw superfood complex. 7,388 milligrams. Of what though? So spirulina might be the highest dosage, okay. Let's assume it's, 5,000 milligrams of this 7,388. Then they've got lecithin, organic apple powder, inulin, organic wheatgrass. Like a lot of these ingredients are going to be beneficial for health, no doubt about it. Again though, like what if you're someone that doesn't respond well to ginger or green tea or cacao? Again, how are you ever going to know whether or not you respond well to these? It's more of an all-in-one thing here. Next one, nutrient-dense extracts, herbs and antioxidant, 2,732 milligrams. Again, they're using alkaline pea protein isolate, which, you're not taking this product for the protein, you're taking it for the nutrients. Citrus bioflavonoids extract, artichoke, I'm a big fan of. Citric acid, rhodiola, there's a few good products here, but then or different ingredients here, but then there's one here, which I know many of you will know which one I'm talking about here. It's that ashwagandha, Withania somnifera extract. This product probably has elicited a state of anhedonia for some people without even knowing. Like they're living a life with blunted pleasure response. They're not feeling excited, all because of that stupid one ingredient, ashwagandha, that's just snuck into the formulation. Again, you shouldn't be using products like a shotgun approach. The better approach is more of a sniper rifle approach where you actually know exactly what you're taking, exactly what dosage you're using that's suitable for your unique body. This is the main takeaway here, is that everyone is so unique that it's very hard to create a product that will be suitable for absolutely everyone. Because some people may not tolerate some of these adaptogenic herbs, these rhodiolas, these Siberian ginseng, milk thistle, ashwagandha. This is just a really important point to recognize. They've got some digestive enzymes. Yep, no issues with that at all. And they've got reishi mushroom powder. However, it'd be a very low dosage, not enough to cause DHT suppression. And then they've got some probiotics in there that have some interesting research as well. So that's pretty much the formulation. I guess the main takeaway here is that, the marketing and presentation of the ingredients is phenomenal. Like if you have a look at the ingredients, you drink ag1.com/about/ag1/ingredients, you'll see that, they're using some nice breakdowns and science around the ingredients. And I'm sure they've put a lot of effort into formulating the products, but again, it's not really appropriate for those who really understand health, who really want to take control of their biology and physiology, because it's just a shotgun approach. Again, you may not need more of these vitamins. You may already be getting enough from your diet. So it's sort of similar to the argument with multivitamins. But Let's hear from you guys. I mean, that's my opinion. I wouldn't use the products daily. I would make my own with probably like 4 or 5 key ingredients, maybe like spirulina, wheatgrass, chlorella. I might use a little bit of moringa. I wouldn't actually use this full spectrum formulation that I already know that I respond negatively to many of the ingredients. So let's hear from you guys down below. Share your experience, share your thoughts on AG1. Otherwise, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.